Good for you. Right, Thistle Purple. Let's go. 192. What a guess. Come on, don't mess me about. Just do it nicely. Okay. Give me my beverage. Let's get this drawn underway. So this is one of those colours that I don't know how it's going to show up. It seems quite light. I guess we'll find out. Again, I'm just going to 192 is the right one, yeah. That's all right actually. It's a bad line. Just realised now that my other phone is freed up because I don't have to stream on there anymore. I can listen to music again. Obviously, I can't play it so YouTube can hear it, but I can listen to music. And that's just marvellous. It helps me concentrate a little bit more. Because I don't have to stream on TikTok. I did like streaming on TikTok, but there's a whole story of that. Not the most in-depth story, but you know. Sorry. cool. I do like drawing when I'm listening to music. It's just great. Alright, Cube. Called you Cube then. Coob, my apologies. How are you? You had a good weekend? Does my camera keep my phone in the... It feels like it keeps... It's okay, I'll zoom in a bit more. There you go. Let me turn that down actually. Do not disturb, turn you all the way down. I need to figure out how to sort the delay on Streamlabs. I do find that quite annoying. Thanks, some new sketchbooks in the... Oh, wonderful. Let's have a look. What, you put them on Insta? Let me have a quick look. I can use my other phone now that I'm not streaming on TikTok. Dead Hand, how's it going, my friend? All right, nothing up yet. Yeah, no, it sounds good though. If you're drawing faces and stuff, that would look really good. How have you been, Dead Hand? You had a good weekend? Put the music back on. Crunchy shoulders again. Yes, I was saying earlier that it's very nice having my other phone free from streaming. I can listen to music now. Obviously I can't have it on loud because YouTube will copyright flag it, but still. And I can check other things now, like if there's other, I don't have to wander over to my desktop and check up stuff. I can just have it right next to me. I don't know, I'm sure you, I don't know. I just assume such things. I don't know if you two know that I got TikTok banned from live streaming for a week. Pretty sure Coob knows. Or do you? Because it happened on Friday. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. But I just thought, because of the way it happened, it made me think, right, that's a big red flag for streaming on that service. Because you're never going to know what you've done or said until it's too late. And if you do it too many times, then adios amigo. So I'm just not going to risk it. I mean, it was nice, like I had a few people say things, but I did get a lot of spam off the back of that video, like people just jumping in the comments. Yeah, it happened to me just yesterday as well. You should contact blah, blah, blah. It's like, did it happen to you yesterday, though? Did it really? Or do you just want me to, you know, feed your mate's spam account? I actually engaged with one of the first people because I thought the first ones were genuine. And it didn't take long before someone said, oh, just pay $10 and install this software. Nah, I don't think I will, to be honest. But yeah, that is a direct, or one of my rules is if anyone directly asks me for money or details, that is an instant block, like immediately. Do not ask me for money for that kind of thing. I didn't ask for help, I didn't want help. You might be legit, I don't know, but the second you ask me for personal details or money, goodbye. Oh, posted some sketches. Very, very cool. You seem to have taken to, like, I know that's the ball method and stuff. You seem to have taken to it a lot better than I did. Like, you've been more creative with it. When I was doing anatomy and things like that, I just couldn't. I was being far too anal about getting proportions exactly right, whereas you've just been a lot more playful with it. I think that's how it should be. But no, very, very cool. Ugh. Yeah. And they kept saying, you know, because he said the person that was chatting to me about it was saying I was shadow banned. I'm like, okay. And he was saying, like, if you put your details into this part of TikTok and blah, 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 blah. And at first I thought, okay, you might just be legitimately helping me or whatever, but I don't care enough, like, to give... Because I had a quick scan of it and it was saying, like, it needed passport details. I don't care enough. Like, I've already got far too many other things to do to worry about faffing about with TikTok. Like, I can't be arsed with it. I'm going to stick this in here. So yeah, I just couldn't be bothered with it. I just thought, no, it wouldn't be used. Because at first I thought people were like trying to say, oh, you know, if you do this, it can help you and blah. And I kept having to explain, well, no, it's not a permanent ban. I'm only banned until Friday. So it's fine. But it was like people weren't hearing that. And then the penny dropped. I'm like, oh, okay, they don't really give a toss. They just want me to click on the reach out to the person who they've linked. Because I felt like I was explaining myself like 17 times over, like, it's fine, what's the point in getting help to get it unbanned when it's going to be back on Friday? The Loomis method, thank you, yes. And a bunch of different things, but the simple ball. Yeah, but no, they're really good. Like, I'll show you some of the books I learned off. I've still got them. In fact, one of the best ones I've got, I'll find it for you now, Coob. because I really like working from books. I've always liked working from books as opposed to internet tutorials. Where are you? It's an orange book. Where are you? There, this one. I've got a few like this. Anatomy for the Artist. I've got some of the big hitters like Drawing the Head, that Andrew Loomis, but in fact there it is, the Andrew Loomis book. I'll quickly show you, Coob. Like if you were ever thinking of, so that's the book I got, and it's really, really good. Like there, I used to obsess over these pages. Like those sketchbooks I've got where I learned how to draw, or where I was trying. Like this is probably the page I spent the longest on trying to do that, and I struggled my bollocks off doing it. But yeah, that's the Andrew Loomis book. And then these two as well. That's the one I probably also use the most. That's from Jake Spicer. It's a brilliant book. Like the books are great. And I picked that up for like £5 in... Where did I pick this up from? I think it was The Works. It's a bit more like full-on anatomized. It's okay, but this one's really good. Yeah, this is one of the best ones. This, in fact, I think it was this book I primarily learned how to draw skulls. Yeah, this is a really good book. Yeah, you will be able to draw faces by the end of this book. It's more about faces as opposed to the shape of the head. So faces I got okay at. But like I said, I just kind of struggled. I'll go through all my books. My sketchbooks at some point. There's a YouTuber who I really like his style. You might like him as well, Coob. He's called Brother Baston. I've not been on his page for a little while because I don't do anatomy anymore, but he does the 100 heads method. A few people have done this where you draw 100 heads, like you get reference for 100 heads and you draw them. Excuse me, and it's a really good way to practice, and he's got a really cool, unique style, very kind of sci-fi, comic booky. So you might like him. Like really stylized. His artwork looks great as well. But I thought you might appreciate those, but they're the books I used to work from. Because there's the other one as well, because it's been a while since I've worked with anatomy. It's where it's all the circles. I forget what it's called. And you use kind of curves and things to get the shape. I just can't remember what it's called. It seemed quite effective, but I just thought, no, that wouldn't be my preferred method. Do you know what? That's Brother Baston. Brother Baston. I need to sort this delay out on Streamlabs because we're talking like a minute behind or a minute apart from each other. That's if he's still got his YouTube up. I'm assuming he will have. Let me try and find it. There's a few artists who I follow, but he was like one of the main ones. Yeah, that's him. So he's got like a red logo, and that's his kind of art style. I absolutely love his art style. Really, really good. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? His stuff's amazing. The 100 heads, they're a few years old now, because they must be, what, 5 years old? I can't remember when I stopped doing anatomy, but they're a few years old, but they're brilliant. Like, they're the videos, his 100 heads videos are the ones that I watched the most to really try and kind of get to grips with it, but I just couldn't. I don't know. Like, I don't think my work was bad. I think that's being too harsh on myself. It's just I couldn't get the drawings how I wanted them, because I just thought I can't get to grips with being creative enough with it. Like, I can't manipulate it the way I want it made. So I just thought, nah, if it's frustrating me too much and I'm not enjoying it and I don't feel like I'm getting it, then maybe try something else. And well, this ended up being the something else. So yeah, but I thought you'd like Brother Baston. There's loads of other ones as well. James something. In fact, I think I'm in his Discord. Speaking of Discord, you'll find this funny, Dead Hand. I don't know if I told you about this. And it was voicing my displeasure at this guy. What was in that video? So yeah, you will know the guy who came in and demanded. Well, he didn't demand anything, but he threw a pissy fit because I didn't join his Discord. I want to say it's James something. Is it Modern Day James? Modern Day James. He's another one. I really like his style as well. I think he's more. I think he does teach, or he does animation principles and stuff like that. I've not been on his page for years because I don't do that kind of artwork anymore. But he's another one. So this kind of stuff, some more proportional stuff. Like his style is just so clean, and I really like that kind of clean, very easy to follow, very nice style. Like, that's right up my alley. Ernie, how's it going? Welcome in. I hope you've had a good weekend. Well, you won't have seen it, Ernie, but you don't need to feel left out anymore about TikTok, because I'll no longer be streaming on there. So you're not going to be missing out, don't worry. I was just chatting about that. It was because it was nice to have my phone free again. Modern Day James, yeah, he's really good. Dan Beardshaw, I think that's his surname. He's another one. Like I said, I'll always be subscribed to these guys because they're amazing artists, and I love the work, but I haven't kept up with a lot of their stuff because I don't draw that anymore. What happens here? Do you mean with Tickington Tockingtons? They banned me for a week because they're big fat stupid poopy heads. Yeah, in fact, because you won't have heard it, I'll read you out the violations because I wrote them down. See what you think. So it all happened within the space of a week. 4 of them were for comments that I typed on people's streams, and 1 of them was something I said in my own stream. So a friend of mine called the Aldi Chef, he's a friend IRL. He's got like 30,000 subs on TikTok. He was asking what the best ingredient to cook Yorkshire puddings with is, and I said goose fat. And he didn't respond to that comment, so I thought he'd either missed it or ignored me. So I wrote back, "Goose fat, you farts." As in other words, I'm calling them farts. It's like, you silly fart. It's goose fat. I didn't know until, I think the next day, I got a violation for both of those comments. I think it was hate speech violation. I was like, okay. The next one, this is the one that will blow your mind. Me and another artist were talking shop, and I wrote, "I love using pens, but I'd like to start using paints. It's control, like you say, just practice." That violated their hate speech, that comment there. The only word there that raises any kind of thing for me is the word control, but the person said it in the live stream, but I couldn't type it in the live stream. And then the fourth one was, "I'm going to have to shoot, my daughter wants some soup." So that was me just saying, "Well, I'll see you later," but I'm assuming the word shoot there is what's done it. And then in my own stream on Friday, I said I hate entitled people, because some guy, he'd been in the stream a couple of times before, he wanted me to join his Discord, and I said I genuinely forgot, which is true, because I just don't use the service. And he said, "Oh, I thought you were cool, man, enjoy your 2 viewers." And I just said later on, I hate entitled people. I think I was talking to Coob, actually, when I said that. And then it said, "You violated the thing, so you're going to be banned for a week." And then it said, like, you'll risk, like, if you keep up this bad behaviour, you could risk losing your channel. So I just went, "Yeah, you're all right. I'll not use your live stream service, thanks. I'll just post videos on there like I always have done, but nah, you can keep your live streams. I'm good." And I even said, like, if anyone can tell me if I've genuinely said something that could violate a hate speech rule, please tell me. But as always with these things, there's never any specifics. It's just, "Nope, you're banned, have that." TikTok doesn't understand English, like, context. Like, it just does not understand context. Like, it was the third comment. It was the one where I said, "I love using pens." Even out of context, there's nothing within that sentence that could violate any kind of hate speech or... So I just thought, if the threat of having my entire TikTok channel deleted is under threat, I just went, nah, you're all right, thanks. You can... But I don't want to... Because I actually do like TikTok as a means to upload my work. It's given me the most views, followers. I've made money from it. It's the only platform I've made money off. But if that AI... I'm assuming it's an AI system or whatever that flags stuff. Because it's so broken. And like I say, it doesn't understand things like context, tone, any of that stuff. I just thought, nah, there's no point in... There's no point in risk losing the channel if there's absolutely no indication of what is and isn't acceptable to say or type. So that's why I just thought, you know what, I'll not live stream on there anymore. But like I said though, I still will upload. So all the sketchbook time lapses I do, I'll upload all of them on there now. And I'll be doing another one this week, a brand new one. So it's been a good few months, maybe 6 months since I did the last one, but I'll be doing a brand new one for you. So look forward to that. Now that the shop is up and running. God, if imagine if it had taken that as the context shooting you. Oh my God. But yes, now that the shop is finally up and open, I can focus on drawing again. I haven't sold anything yet, mind, but you know what I mean, it's early doors. I hope, the thing is, I hope it's working. Like, I hope somebody hasn't gone and tried to buy something and it's not worked and I don't know. That'd be frustrating. I hope not. But yeah, I'm not going to grumble over TikTok being stupid. As far as I'm concerned, that was like their shot. See how the live service works, but it doesn't, so I just won't use it. I'm not saying YouTube's perfect by any means. I'm sure it has its own problems, but I've been streaming on it for 2 years and not a peep. You have to pay to receive emails on Gmail, do you? That's news to me. I think Gmail and Google do sneaky things to try and get you to pay for their extra, what do you call it? Extra space. I think that's a bit shady. If your storage is low, but yeah, it was there was a problem on my missus' phone, so she's got a Google Pixel, and what Google does, again, this is a bit shitty, is it backs up every single photo you take, and you have to manually turn it off. So basically, all you do is you go into Google and you turn off backup. So every time you take a photo, it only stores to the phone's memory, and I just take all the photos off and put them on my computer. But yeah, Google, yeah, it's just crappy, innit? It's just buy more stuff. That's the way it is. It's a shitty loop. Smartphones don't have expandable memory anymore. Yeah, that I've noticed. I hate that. Like, I'll never ever use a cloud service, ever. It's like, why? I want my information and my pictures and things kept exactly where they are. You know, I'll access them when I need them. I have been looking at external MP3 players. So my old Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite. So this is what I used to stream on TikTok with. This is like one of the last phones to have internal, or what do you call it? Like an SD slot. So I've got an external SD card that's in here. That's where all my music's stored and where I'll put like a lot of photos. So this, I kind of use this as an MP3 player now. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted there. Be right back. Is it snack time, Coob? But the problem is, I know that this phone won't last forever. Like, it is getting on a bit. So, you know, I'll have to maybe look for an external device somewhere. Yeah, I'll never pay for a cloud service. I'd rather have like a physical hard drive to keep things on. Google counts Gmail and Google Photos together. Yeah. Like, you can manually like I say, disconnect your photos at least anyway from Google Drive. I do think Google will eventually, because they're greedy bastards, they will eventually say, in order to kind of have, like, they'll add a payment permanently to their emails, or they'll say you need to have like Google Photos connected permanently. They'll do something, and it's like, at that point it's like, yep, no problem, I'll see you later Google, I'll use something else. That's absolutely fine with me. If you want to go down that road, you go down that road, but I will not be driving down it with you. No thank you. Of course it is. We are all friends here, my man. I knew it was going to be something like that. Yeah, I don't give a bollocks if you use Apple or Android. I'm not one of those. I'm not a tech person at all. Like, if it works, that's as much as I need it to do. Like, my missus used to have an iPhone, and she was content with it. It was absolutely fine. But just the simple act of taking photos off that phone and putting them onto my hard drive to store, the hoops that we were being made to jump through was a joke. So it's like a case of, that's cool if that's how you want to operate, but nah, see you later, we'll just use something else. It was so bad. But I'm not one of those who gives a toss either. I prefer Android just because they're easier to use. But I would love to have an iPad to use Procreate with. I've wanted an iPad for ages. I'd definitely have one of them. No bother. But yeah, I don't give a piss either way. I don't care. I don't care if it's Apple or Android or whoever. Just don't rip off your fucking customers. I don't know why that's such a hard concept for big companies. Like, everyone's just as bad as each other. Google, Apple, Samsung, whoever, they're all shithouses. Go on then, Coob, what have you got? I think a friend of mine described it best. If you want laptops and stuff, get Apple, but phones, Android. I think that's what he said. Like, apparently Apple have been miles behind Android for ages, but the laptops are still really good. But Apple being Apple, like, they can't help themselves but piss about with stuff, so they're kind of overcharging for things they shouldn't overcharge for. Like, is it charging bricks? Like, they charge just obscene amounts of money for. So I heard or was told. But yeah, I'm not interested in the Android Apple Watch. I just don't give a bollocks. Just get what you like. If it works for you, it works for you. Got no time for petty tech wars. I don't give a shit. Others don't last long. Google did some cloud services, and yeah, Google seems to be the one kind of place to go for cloud service. I think cloud service in general, I just don't like. It could be useful for some people, but for me, just nah. Don't want it. Don't need it. Like, it might be different for like really big companies who need space and all that, but for individual purposes, I don't see the point. Sweet licorice disguised as sticks of chalk. Pepsi Max, obviously an elite choice, but licorice, no, you've let yourself down there, Coob. Your snacks, 99% of the time, are on point, but the licorice, no, can't be having that. My daughter's birthday was on Saturday, and she got these. It was like a box of sweets. I think it was at Home Bargains you get them from. It's like a cheap $1.99. They're like these. It's like fruit pastels type, jelly kind of sweets covered in sugar. And then she had these watermelon ones in them. And honestly, I need to stop. I keep pinching some. They're so good. At least 50 gigs of space, yeah. Licorice to the Finns are what haggis is to the Scots. As a Scotsman, I have to have my haggis every now and again. Or iron brew, maybe. Iron brew is like amazing. Yeah. But I know what you mean, Ernie. Vodka. I know vodka was a Russian thing. Like the Scots drink's meant to be, the pop drink is iron brew and then it's whiskey, but I don't like whiskey. I think whiskey's beer. Apparently whiskey was a Chinese invention, according to QI. I don't know if that's true, but I think it is. I think I've heard a few people or a few sources say that whiskey is originally Chinese. It's very much a Finnish thing as well. I don't know why I thought you were Sweden. You live in Sweden, don't you? I think you have said that you are Finnish before, but am I right in saying that you live in Sweden? As a point, aggressively, you live in Sweden, don't you? Is that a bit like me? I'm a Scotsman that lives in England. It's kind of, you're not classed as like a, your family's from, but I was born in Sweden. Okay, I'm with you, I'm with you. So my dad was born in Nigeria. He is in no way, shape or form Nigerian, I can tell you that much. He's from Fife. My grandparents just moved out there for a bit. But yeah, he's not Nigerian at all. Yeah, like I say, the only part of Scandinavia I've ever been to was Norway when my dad worked there, and it was awesome. Yeah, Scandinavia is a very popular place. I think it's probably better that I am streaming just in one place. I think it's just helping me concentrate a bit more. I don't have to kind of jump between two sets of streams. Like I said, I did enjoy streaming on TikTok, but it's probably for the best that I'm just streaming in one place now. Trying to hold my pen a little bit differently so it doesn't, so my camera doesn't focus in on the top. I suppose licorice to the Finns would be Highland toffee to the Scots. A bit more refined this time. Let's have a look. Yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. Very, very clean. I love that line. Like, that's when you can tell you've like followed the Loomis method and then made it your own. Just that line from the jaw, bottom of the chin through the jaw up to the head. That's just, it's such a good line, that. Yeah, I think you'll take to drawing that kind of stuff. You'll take kindly to that stuff more than me. Yes, very, very good. But no, it looks really, really good. Kind of digging A1. Oh, thank you, Dead Hand. Appreciate it. Yes, it's kind of strange. Like, if you look at the... I was worried that this one was going to be another one of those pink colours. This is Thistle purple, is it? So, like, if you look at the pen, it's quite light. Look at it. That's got potential to be a dud where you can't see the ink, but the colour of it's turned out quite well. But I do actually like this piece. I think I've kind of been a bit more into it. I've not just kind of lazily thrown it together. I feel like I have to crack my shoulders. Finished The Expanse. Is it good? My friend's been on at me to watch The Expanse for ages. Because he has said multiple times that it's very, very good. That's a bold claim. As good as Star Trek. That's definitely worth a look. Like I said, my mate's been on at me for years to watch it. Like, I think Star Trek TNG is like some of the best television ever. I think it's like elite level television. So that is some high praise indeed. Yes, one I'll definitely have to check out. What am I watching at the minute? Have I started anything new? There's a lot of series that I've watched that kind of faded out where they weren't bad. I just thought I've kind of had my fill, or I can kind of dip in and out. Like, Like Breaking Bad's a strange one. Like I've watched the first 4 series. I've still got the last series to watch, but it's one of those where I didn't feel like I was in any major rush to finish it. Like it's clearly a great series and amazingly made, but I was just never in any rush to go for it. Like Game of Thrones is another one. I think I watched the first few episodes. It's good. Like I don't think it's bad. It's just not bothered about it, you know. Hard to explain. Ice cream, did you hear that? Yeah, it's an ice cream van. Do you get them in Scandinavia? Like there's just a guy operating an ice cream van. He drives around, plinky plonky music. That might sound like a really stupid question, but there are some things that, like I've learned, that might be so incredibly obvious to you because of where you live. So you just don't want to assume that they're everywhere. Any players of Grand Theft Auto will get some ideas. But they don't sound like that. That'll be the confusion. Yeah, they've always sounded like that. Even when I lived in Germany, I'm pretty sure they sounded like that. Have they got like metal music playing out in the background? See, that is a stereotype that I read about today. It was on a TikTok video. It was these maps that people have kind of made. And it was like the highest concentration of heavy metal bands per person, and Scandinavia, specifically Finland, was like off the chart. Which, by the way, if ice cream vans did have metal music blaring out, that would be badass. Instantly become the best ice cream vans in the world. Hemglass. Home ice cream. That sounds delightful. Hemglass. Yeah, Game of Thrones, it's just... I don't think it's bad. I think that'd be a ridiculous statement. It's just... like, I just never find myself in the mood to watch it or think, oh, I really want to get into it. I'm just like... I just don't care. Same with things like is it the Rings of Time? The Lord of the Rings one. Is it the Rings of Time? Is that what it's called? Like, I really like Lord of the Rings, but after the films, I was like, no, I've had my fill. I'm not bothered anymore about anything else that goes on. We're robbing them of their... Love it. Absolutely love that. That's very funny to me. Oh, you've been going through Perseverance. It's great, isn't it? It's so, I love that series. I'm gutted it ended because I just loved it. But the ending is a good ending. I think the whole series is a good ending. So a lot of series really struggle to end it properly. Like they always fluff it at the end. Like I know Dexter was one that apparently fucked it. I haven't watched Dexter. I would like to watch it, but apparently they messed it up. But there's obviously the whole thing with Game of Thrones. Lost, when that was massive back in the day, loads of people bitched about that ending. Person of Interest is just so good. I love that show. I love shows like that. Right up my Strasse. Yeah, John Reese is such an underrated character. He's great. And Finch. I will say that the worst ending to a show I have ever witnessed is, I may have said this before, was a show called Scorpion. It's on Prime with ads. I forget what that service is. It Freevee, where you still get to watch the show, but you have got ads. And it was about, it's a character called, what's he called? Something O'Brien. So it's based on a real character who's got like 197 IQ. But they kind of obviously spruce up for TV, and every episode they go and do these little, him and his mates, they get hired by the FBI to do a load of missions. So they've got to use their intelligence to figure out how to say, maybe one of them is like rescue a kid from a collapse, one of them is stopping fires, and there's loads of great episodes, and it's a really fun little watch. It's a bit far-fetched and a bit silly at times, but that's kind of what makes it really enjoyable. But it has easily the worst ending to a TV show I have ever witnessed in my life. It is horrendous. And it just, yeah. It's so disappointing as well, because it was such an enjoyable little show, but I don't know what possessed them to write that ending. Yeah, Numbers is one that I've been really interested in starting for a while. It's got that's the one with, I can't remember his name. He's in 10 Things I Hate About You. He's Joseph Gordon-Levitt's best mate in it. He was in Oppenheimer as well. He played a support role. It's him, isn't it? Have I got the right one? He's been in a few things. I'm sure it's him. He was in Harold and Kumar as well. He was like Harold and Kumar's mates, and they went and got hot dogs. It's him, isn't it? In fact, I'm looking it up now because it's bugging me. Or am I thinking of a completely... Yeah, it is him. It is the guy I'm thinking of. David Krumholtz, that's his name. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. I was correct. Yes, there you go. You would have said that as I looked it up. But yeah, David Krumholtz, that's his name. Have you guys seen Oppenheimer yet? I thought it was good. I didn't think it was amazing. I thought it was good. I do think it is a tad overrated. It felt like a passion project from Chris Nolan, which is not a bad thing, but it's one of those films where it's obviously amazingly made, brilliantly acted. Like Cillian Murphy definitely deserved the Oscar. But just as a piece of entertainment, I don't know, it was just... It's not something I'd be asked about watching again anytime soon. It was just like, oh, that was a good film, but I think that'd be it for me, I think. Yeah, I'm a bit like that with The Irishman. I really want to watch The Irishman, but it's 3 fucking hours long. Like, I remember when I watched The Wolf of Wall Street, I had to watch that in 2 bits. But The Wolf of Wall Street is brilliant. That is such a funny film. Scorsese at his best. But yeah, I don't know what I'd say Nolan's best film is. My favourite, his best is probably Interstellar. That's a bit of a basic bitch answer, but it probably is. My favourite, though, is still probably Inception. I just remember having an absolute blast with that film at the cinema. I just thought that was such a fun film to watch. And I really like Tenet. I think that's underrated a little bit. People give that a hard time. I think Tenet was actually really good. I like that kind of film. The only one of his I haven't seen is Dunkirk and Memento. I keep meaning to watch Memento. I forget that Memento's his, but I do need to watch that. And Dunkirk, I keep missing it. Whenever it pops up on the streaming services, I'm like, all right, I need to remember to watch that. And then when I come around to actually wanting to watch it, it goes again. It's really flipping annoying. So I keep missing it. I might have to just get it on Blu-ray, like I did with Interstellar. Yeah, I've heard Memento's good. It's meant to be quite an underrated film. Tell you what film I watched for the first time in years and still love it was one of Peter Jackson's early ones, The Frighteners. I don't know if you've seen that. I loved that film as a kid. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, really enjoyed that film. The guy who plays Dammers is hilarious. Yeah, no, 3 hours is... I'd split that in half, I think. Or you'd have to pick a very specific weekend to do that for me. But I've not had a free weekend in 3 weeks. I've been out doing stuff for the last 3 weekends. It's been fucking exhausting. Be right back. Yeah, no worries, Coo. Thank you for stopping by as always. Always good to hang out and have a chat. You go and enjoy the rest of your Monday. What's left of it. I should be appearing on the socials a lot more now. Like I should have work uploaded a lot more. Like I'm going to do an A6 piece tomorrow. I'll upload that. I might stream some scrapbook stuff. Get some more ideas going. Because I think some of my drawings are getting a little bit stale. Like I said, because I've had to kind of just do the live stuff over and over again. But yeah, hopefully get some more ideas going. But no, thank you for stopping by as always, my friend. Good to see you. Good job on the anatomy work as well. Those heads look really good. Very good work. Keep it up. Cheers, Coob. I'll catch you next time. Thank you. What are we on? An hour 15 already? Well, I suppose that makes sense. I've been doing the details as I've gone. I've not done a main bit and then detailed it. I've just... My name. Keep getting those. Yeah, my watch hours, I checked yesterday, and my watch hours on YouTube have dropped off. I think I'd just pushed over 800 hours a year. It's now dropped to 780 or something like that. But which, that's, you know, I'm not mad at that because I understand why. And, I've noticed as well the threshold's gone up to 4,000 hours. It's no longer 3,000, which is a bit annoying, but just makes me want to work harder. And like I say, I can actually concentrate on adding more work now. I just wish I knew if the shop were, because I don't know if anyone's ordered anything. So yeah, I'd just like to know if it works properly. I don't want to be missing anyone if they've ordered, even if it's just one person. If everyone in here could do us a favour and just slap a like on the old stream, just to try and give the old YouTube channel a bit of a boost, because I'm going to put, like I say, more of my effort into this now. So just give the like button a bit of a thump. I would be grateful. Mr. Oh, thank you, Uni. It doesn't show up. It used to, but when as I'm going live right now, the thumb still says 0 on my screen as I look at it. Maybe if I refresh it, it might pop up, but it used to do it in real time. It doesn't anymore. It just always sits at 0. Yeah, it says 0 on mine. If I refresh it, maybe. Let's refresh it. Oh, God, I'm so unfit. Now it says 3. Fuck you, YouTube. Excuse me. No, thank you so much for liking it, though, everybody. YouTube being a dick. Make me think no one's liked it, and I'm here saying, please like my video, I'll be your best friend. Ooh. YouTube half asleep, indeed. Wake up, YouTube. Come on. Need to get my subscriptions up to 500. Come on, YouTube. Get more people onto my page. Do me a favour. Come on, folks. One day we will get above. We will break the record of 9 viewers. What a day that was. I'd say around 1k subs, they usually have 920 live stream viewers. Oh, okay, that makes a bit more sense then. Yeah, I know it's like, obviously substantially less because people are different locations, so time differences and all that kind of stuff. I need to work on this side a bit more. Well, at 322 subs, and I've got 4 people in it, well 3 because one of them's me. I'll take that. live stream viewership is less than 5% of the total subs. Yeah, I'll take 3 people in here then at 300 odd subscribers. Like I said before, if even one person comes in and just to have a little watch and a hangout. Mr. Beast live stream. Yeah, wow. Is he on 200? He's on 250 million. Holy shizzles. I knew he overtook PewDiePie because it was, for ages, it was PewDiePie, because I remember the race to 100 mil and it was at T-Sports. Is that what they were called? Is Mr. Beast now, is he numero uno? Overall, I'm assuming he is with that many subs. He's got to be. 250 million. But his whole thing, wasn't it? He was on, I want to say Rogan, but I don't think it was his podcast I saw. It was someone else's. It might have been Andrew Schultz's, maybe. The Fragrant podcast. And he was saying about, like, he was, like, really obsessed with cracking, like, the algorithm to get the most amount of viewership type of thing. Oh, it was only a few weeks ago. I thought it was... T-Series is that high? Wow. I don't know what PewDiePie is now. I'm assuming he's not really close to that anymore. $290. Oh my god. I mean, good on him. Can't sniff at that, can you? Hughes doesn't do as many vids. Yeah, he was #1 for years, wasn't he? Welcome back, Dead Hand. Have you been, has it been snack time for you as well? Is that what you've been? We were just chatting about YouTube viewers and stuff. Like I've got 3 in here, which I'll gladly take. Oh, he actually lives in Japan, does he? I know he used to live in Bath in the UK. Was it Bath he used to live in? What's he on now? Was it 2... Did he break 200 mil? I don't even know what T-Sports is, by the way. Was it, I want to say Indian? No. Somewhere, or Asian, that part of the world? 111 mil. It's like you got to 100 mil and then just kind of stopped. It's a music label. Ah, okay. Oh, nice. Whisper's a classic. I've still got, or we've still got leftover birthday cake from Saturday to consume. So that's what I'll be having for my snacks after this. Yeah, basically retired. It's homemade. My missus made it. Fully from scratch. But it's a chocolate cake, so chocolate Victoria sponge. But she's put... So have you seen that kind of Cadbury's caramel and Cadbury's crunchy spread? She's put that in sort of the layers in between. And she's like coated it with like chocolate bars and biscuits and stuff. It's proper diabetes central, but it's amazing. Yeah, chocolate Victoria sponge, I suppose, is the best way I'd describe it. Oh, who doesn't love cake? Cake is just the best, isn't it? I've just completely forgotten how to do my own signature. Completely forgot how to do my own squiggle diggle thing there. My goodness. What time are we on? I've been going for an hour and a half. 7:15. Yeah, no, we're good. I'm making good time. Oh, V for Vendetta is a great film. I got the graphic novel for that. Last birthday, was it? Still haven't read it. Typical. Yeah, V for Vendetta is a great movie. It's so good. Yeah, I agree. I did really like it when I first saw it, but I do agree that I think it has got better. Like, the more you watch it, it does get better. I think it's one of those films that's just... It's just a great film. That's all you can say about it. It is just a great film. Yeah, I was just going to say it's very, very appropriate in today's times, isn't it? Billionaire twit without, yeah. It's the one thing I was chatting to my friends about this, and the one thing I hate the most about people like billionaire twat face is they've got no connection to the people they govern. That's my biggest gripe in politics, is they never have any connection to the people that, like, they just don't, like, just the Sky comment, like, he's been getting pelters for that, rightly so. Flipping idiot. I could never have a go at anyone for voting for him, because it's like, you know, vote how you want, but just people like him, just fuck off. Yeah, the last time I voted independent, and I'll probably be doing the same again, because I just think Keir Starmer, it's the same really. It's just like, I'm assuming, am I right? I'm right in assuming you're talking about Rishi Sunak. I'm in agreement. It's like I can't stand the man. So the comment he made was, he said he had a rough time growing up because he didn't have Sky TV. Now, Sky TV is like the satellite service you pay for in the UK to get loads of movie channels, primarily sports and all that sort of stuff. And it's a lot of money. And it was considered to be quite a working class thing to have Sky, like having a Sky dish on the side of your house and all that stuff. And in his pathetic attempt to try and connect with us poor, he was saying that he didn't have a satellite, he didn't have Sky, and he's just been getting rinsed for it. It's like, you fucking dickhead. Like, he just doesn't, I just can't stand people like that who... It's why I despise Nigel Farage the most, because he's such a fake... Don't get me started. I just can't... I just can't bear any of them. I'm just full of shit. All of them. It's probably the most sensible vote you can go for. No, I'm just kind of done with politicians, politics. I just think it's just, all it is for me at the minute, especially online, it's just a group of people having a pissing contest and moralising everything to see who can, or to try and show who the most moral person is. And I just think it should be about, you know, concentrating on how to make things better for everybody to live in. It's not, if you're a right-leaning person, you only make it better for conservatives. If you're left-leaning, you make it, the whole point is you make it better for everybody. But no one seems to really care about that. It's just a giant pissing contest online, and I want no part of it. Like, when I see people celebrating the fact and cheering the fact that Farage got pelted with a milkshake, I'm like, how can you sit there and claim you're a moral human being and cheering something like that? Would you accept it if your wife or your kid got pelted with that? No. So, this is coming from somebody who despises Nigel Farage, by the way, but even I'll sit here and say, no, that's not how you solve anything. You're just going to make him more popular. So, congrats on that. Yeah, just the attitudes of people at the minute, it just doesn't... just doesn't sit right with me. I'm like, no, I'm not into it. I'm not into acting like babyish teenagers, like crying about the fact that someone got voted in or out. Like when I hear people call Nigel Farage a fascist, I'm like, so can you even spell fascist? Yes, he is a massive wanger and a liar and all that sort of stuff. Of course he is. He's talks out of his arse. He's a one policy person, but you're really going to sit there with a straight face and say that he's a fascist? It's like, fucking grow up. Just baffles me how you can complain about somebody so much and then you do the very thing that will get him more votes and more popularity. It's like, just have a word, have a little think, have a little think about it, you know. Have a little thinky poos about your actions there. I do like this. It seems a little bare. When I say bare, I mean sparse, not a little cuddly animal. Switch now at giffgaff.com. Giffgaff. Vote Jumbo. God, no chance. Not a fucking chance. I can't think of a worse job. Well, call centre monkey is probably one of the worst jobs. Well, it is the worst job I've ever had. But yeah, being a politician, oh, God no. Nah, mate. Yeah, the idea of making change, yeah, but fuck no. Wouldn't even know where to start. Free university. Probably start there. Apprenticeships. What's the thing where it was like a school you go to for apprenticeships? I forget what it was called. That. Sort the NHS out, sort that. But I wouldn't know how to sort any of that. Like I say, I'm no flipping politician. I wouldn't have a clue. Yeah, I heard him say that. I think that's a really good idea. It was after that came after the when Sunak did the whole national service bullshit. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like if you weren't going to college or uni, you can work on a farm. Yeah, I ain't got a problem with that. I actually think that's a good idea. Learn about where your food comes from and all that stuff. Make vegans go on there. Like vegans in our country. I know you're a veggie, Ernie, but like you sound like a very sensible person, but a lot of vegans in the UK just talk out of their holes. So get them working there. It's like, right, do you understand now? There's nothing wrong with being a vegan, but fucking educate yourself on food. Instead of just running around saying, murder, murder, you murder. It's like, shut up. Idiots. Idiotas. Like, was it those guys who stole a petrol tanker full of oil, and they thought they were like stopping cars getting fueled up, and it was vegetable oil. It's like, fucking dickheads. You're a vegetarian, yeah. Like, aren't you guys like the devil because you're kind of half in, half out? You're not full because you eat eggs and cheese and stuff. Like, they hate you guys even more. Veganism's fine. It's just, like I say, in this country in particular, they're just fucking obnoxious. Like, they just don't have a clue on how anything works, like how food works, where it comes from, how farming works. Like, and even when they have farmers telling them that, like, to get the food that you eat can be just as damaging to animals as farming meat, it's like they won't have it. They're like, no, 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 no. Again, they've moralized it. They've not, they've not made a life choice and tried to genuinely help. They've just moralized it. I'm a better person than you because I don't eat meat. It's like, why'd you fucking neck in? Much respect in my book. I do really like this. I think I've drawn a cracker here. It's not the biggest piece, but I do like this one. It looks like a proper floating ship, doesn't it? Yeah, I quite like it. going to go for something a little different here. So I'm going to do the backgrounds like that, but I'm going to make them a part of the structure as opposed to having it as a background type thingy. Yeah, I think it's. I think because now that I know the shop's done, and like I said, I think the thing with TikTok stressed me a little bit. But then when I thought, do you know what, I don't need to. I don't need to kind of mess about with that. I think having one less stream to kind of look back and forth has helped me out a little bit. I think that's been good. And like I said, I think TikTok streaming service is obviously minus the problems that it's got, but it is a good service. Like the gifting system, you do seem to get quite a few people on there. What you can get out of it, but like I say, because it's in such a broken state at the minute, like it's not usable for me. But it seems like a really recent thing. That's what I'm saying. All my violations came within the space of a week. So I don't know if something changed. But I just think having the confidence to say, do you know what, I'm going to, instead of worrying about what's going to happen when I come back, I'll just cut it off completely. I'm able to kind of focus and say, right, all of this goes here, then I can upload all of this here. It's just one less thing to worry about, so I can focus more on the drawing. And like I say, it's been a good crowd. Well, it's always a good crowd when you guys come in. But I'll be online a lot more now. Like I've really enjoyed doing this piece. It's been really good fun. And I'm going to put some horizon lines through it as well, or some cloud lines through it, just to make it a bit more interesting.
ARTEZA in the silver wrapper. I'm having a glass of rosé. Come outside. Oh no! Look away from the washing with the ice cream. It's all white washing on the light aisle. Hold your ice cream down and do not. Right, don't take it back over there. I've got all clean washing. Did you water flowers earlier?
Then I would, but then I got distracted. Kind of distracted. Because he was making funny faces. And then I forgot. What are you watering, my strawberry? What? They look like them. And it doesn't really look like they need it more because it's real wet. Did you water it?
Oh, it's raining.
Guess I won't have to water it.
As I drop my phone, here now. Sorry, just having a little breather. I don't know where to go. I'll come back to that. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I just thought like a little horizon or like a little cloud line at the top. That's kind of what made me think of it. I'll see how I go at the end of this. It's like scan lines, I guess, like you say. I can tell I've been at this a while. My eyes are starting to go a little bit funny. A freighter from yes, that's kind of what we were going for, like a big freighter machine, and then they're like cloud lines, I guess, or something. And there you have it. Okay, that's the best one of these I've done in a while, I think. Very happy with that. Nice colour as well. I was a bit worried about the colour at the start, but it's turned out quite nice. Oh, what time does that bring us to? 8, well, 10 to 8, there you go. That's what you want. Good time. I need to this one won't be uploaded today. I'll try and do this early in the week. I think I'm 2 behind again. I'll zoom out a little bit. Oops. I'll get a better view of it. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that one. Oh, right, I'm going to call that there. Thank you so much for joining us. I do very much like our little gang that we've got here, Dead Hand, Dooney and Coob. Always appreciate you guys stopping by. Like I said, I should be on more frequently now. I'll do a A6 piece tomorrow. I'll live stream that and then upload the recording on all the socials later. That'll probably be done. I'll probably stream that earlier in the day. I'm not sure. Lightning Pete, how's it going, man? Thank you for stopping in. Sorry you missed it. I've literally just drawn the last pen stroke. It was this one here on that side. But I'll be on again tomorrow. I should be live. I'm going to try and go live every day now. So anytime I do some work, I'll document it and I'll live stream it. So like I'll do an A6 piece tomorrow. I'm going to start designing my missus' new price list tomorrow. So I'll try and get a quick A6 piece in. Upload that. Wednesday I'll try and do a sketchbook piece. I'll do some scrapbooking streams. I'll, like I say, just document everything that I do. So I should be online a lot more now. But thanks to everyone for stopping in. Have a look out tomorrow. I'll try and work out a more regular schedule for when I go online in the week. I'll see when's best, but just keep an eye out and I should be online. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully, Pete. Like I said, I'll be drawing a lot more from now on, so keep a lookout. But until then, thank you so much for all joining, and have a good evening, and I'll catch you later.